And I'm glad that hardcore has started moving into more like care for their garments and shit. Like they like, oh, we're gonna do a Carhartt collab or whatever, instead of just like an old boxy like gilded shirt.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'm gonna wear this shit once, never gonna wear it again.
Yeah.
The sleeves are gonna be all fucking huge.
It's like you kind of have to cut those into the muscle shit, you know? Like, I guess this is my new show shirt.
I never
I don't know what else to do with
this
it.
guy, but it happened.
Bro, same, man. Hardcore. Like, I was never like a sleeveless dude, but until I started buying like fucking bootleg ass fucking hardcore merch, I'm like, all right,
like these gotta go. Like
I gotta change, because I was like, I'm not gonna get rid of this shirt. I fuck with this shirt hard.
Yeah.
I paid good money for this shit. I'm gonna fucking.
I remember like I got my first tattoo. It was like a half sleeve, and I was buying a bunch of band merch and cutting the sleeves off. Everybody's like, "You're just trying to show off your fucking tattoo that you got your arm." I was like, "Nah, dude." But kinda, but nah.
Like, yes and no.
Yeah.
So how's it look?
But does it look cool though? Like trying to flex my bicep and shit.
Dude, fuck. Oh man, I just had a brain fart. I was gonna say something. I forgot what it was.
Sorry.
Speaking of like knockoff merch, I remember right when Kobe died, I went to the next Laker game.
That's right.
And so walking through the parking lot, you see all these vendors with like Kobe t-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, fuck these guys, dude. They're gonna capitalize on Kobe's death, and those shirts probably cost like $2, and the printing comes off. And I bet you they sell it for like $50 a pop. I was like, fuck those guys. I was like so like angry. And then leaving the game, like I hear him talking. He's like, he's like 2 for $20. I was like, oh shit, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, blood.
So, am I outside of fucking like 2002 Hate Breed show right now? Like, hey. I was just about to say that right now. I was like, man, I fucking like in my head when I fucking like when I'm like thinking about pricing t-shirts, I'm like, it's gotta be $10 a t-shirt, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, well, no. Inflation. I fucking forgot about that shit. It's like I remember going to shows. It was like $10 a shirt, 15 for a long sleeve, $20 for a hoodie.
Dude, I laughed.
That shit.
I laughed at our prices when they're like, how much are your hoodies? I was like, I don't know, probably like 20, 30,
65.
30, 35, 20, 25, something.
Oh, dude, I've done that
and I
before.
looked, and how much we selling for? Like
65.
60. I was like, dude.
I did that before. I think it was like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. We had a show at Berkeley, and someone was talking to me about like merch or whatever. Oh yeah, like we were just talking about random bullshit. And he's like, oh, like how much are your shirts? Because all I got is like $15 or whatever. And I'm like, $15? I'm like, yeah, I think the shirts are only like fucking $15. Like 15. I was like, maybe cheaper, I don't know, but yeah, you can get it. And then I like walk them over to and it's like $25. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like,
Give it to him for 15.
and I'm like, hey fool, fucking just give it to him for 15.
Yeah.
Like he's like, oh, this is all I got. I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, I get it, dude. And fucking, but I'm in my head, I'm like, fuck, that's how it used to be.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude,
like,
it's and especially like when you play shows where you might have a way bigger headliner, and you have to price match with them because they don't want you undercutting all their sales.
Yeah.
So you're like, dude, like 50 people know my band, and you want me to charge $85
Yeah, no
for a
one-
fucking hoodie? This is-
Well, I still remember thinking that for $20, like on tours where it's like, hey, we're gonna sell shirts for $20, and being like,
yeah, we can talk about
Yeah.
Xibalba. Like, I mean, I just don't have any like tour stories.
Yeah,
but
that's fine.
But yeah, we can talk. I mean, because yeah, it's still mostly me and our drummer that write everything.
Mm-hmm.
On the last record, our other guitar player helped out and wrote an intro, and then one of the other songs, and I wrote 2 of the songs. So we both had 2 songs each, but everything else is just me and my other me and my drummer that write everything. So
yeah.
but it's kind of been like fucking like kind of chill having someone else fucking like, oh shit, I got this riff. It's like, fuck yeah. Oh fuck, I have a riff that may work with that.
Yeah.
And we'll fucking, it's like more collaborative. But
Just
honestly, man, sometimes I don't even want to do that shit. That's why I started Tzompantli, because I'm just like, fuck, I don't want to like bother people to, hey fool, let's fucking jam.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm just gonna fucking jam, dude. I'm gonna jam with myself. Fucking, that's what I did.
Dude, it's like that sometimes, man. You're like, you know what? You're like having to wait and rely on 5 years.
Yeah, because it took us a while to write the full length. What was it? The last one, not Dieta, which is Aslan. No.
The one before that.
The one before that. Yeah. Años in Infierno. Yeah, that one took us fucking forever to write because like we just like our schedules just didn't line up, or we just had shit going on, you know, and it just took forever. And like when I was like fucking like having like blocks of stuff, I would just be like, I'm gonna fucking work on this little side thing, and then when we were like officially done, I had a bunch of stuff that I hadn't even like used, and stuff that was kind of too like doom metal for Xibalba. So I was just like, fuck, I'm gonna just do a little side thing and program drums for it and fucking, you know, put it out by myself, and people seemed to like it. So I was like, oh fuck yeah, maybe I should keep doing this. And I was like, fucking, and it's like it's a like death doom type shit. So like people like they can hit you up all day to play, but I could be like, nah, bro, I don't want to play.
Yeah.
And I think most people know that I don't want to play. So it's like, fucking, like it's just a cool little thing that I can do without, you know, when I'm not doing Xibalba shit. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see what goes on. I'm sure I'll get into a mood where I want to fucking play, but
you get the itch again. For
but right now I'm just like, nah, like. And then like with Tzompantli, it's fucking way chiller because I don't have to fucking take a guitar. I don't have to take my fucking my amp. I just show up with my little drum and fucking just like, all right, fool. I'm pay my face and I'm gonna go up there and play.
That's the dream.
Yeah. No technical difficulties. Like I'm fucking.
I have not, like, you know, I've just been doing vocals in a band for the past fucking like 20 years at this point, right? So now that I'm playing guitar in Easy Out,
we have a skate punk band.
lug a fucking cab and head everywhere and bring my guitar with me, and I fucking forget cables and I don't bring a power strip, and I'm like, here comes Mike with his little fucking microphone briefcase. What's up, guys? His little gun case.
Dude, which I forgot at my last show.
You left it?
No, I didn't even fucking bring it.
Oh.
I just forgot it. Just straight forgot my mic.
I forgot my mic. Oh, it's cool. The house will have one.
Yeah, they'll have one. It's probably going to smell like somebody else's ass,
dude.
but, you know.
That's the best. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, we're still part of that era that still had to fucking, like, use a map or MapQuest.
Yeah.
Fucking, or know someone that knew how to get there. Like,
fucking binder full of
just like
tour routing.
Like we still had to fucking like look shit up, and like our very first tour that I ever did with my first band, fucking we toured with Winds of Plague and Death Star, and Death Star's like a tour manager / friend. This dude Matt, he like made itineraries for us, and it was basically just like MapQuests for MapQuest directions from each show to the next. Memory lane, man, dude.
It's like I miss that stuff, but also it's really fucking convenient to just have everything.
I remember No Bragging Rights getting a GPS, and you guys finally had a Garmin, and I was like, you guys are fucking ballers. Like, holy shit, you guys have GPS?
Do you guys ever get my brother got one and everybody loved them for it. It was like a TomTom or something.
Yeah,
Tom
same shit.
Dude, yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, we had I don't know if it was, I think it might have been when we had a TomTom, but like we didn't have Canadian maps. So like we had to pull off and like
download them.
No, we couldn't even download them. We just had to like literally go like stop somewhere and like print up, you know, going back to, you know, printing up directions.
TomToms, man, I remember those fucking things,
dude.
We got one at one point too, and it only worked for like the first quarter of the tour. She was fucking trash.
Taking you down streets that don't exist anymore. You're like,
because I think TomTom was like the bootleg version of
Garmin.
Yeah.
I remember they would take you down like weird ass dirt roads.
Yeah, it was fucking weird.
I'm like, where?
Like, wait, this ain't the fucking street.
Yeah.
Just pulling a van and trailer around this bumpy ass dirt road, hoping that there's an exit.
Walking Blind is hosted by overly emotional dudes who overthink and overanalyze everything. Nothing the hosts say should be taken as medical advice or opinion. They're not professionals. They're about to make that very clear.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Walking Blind Podcast. It's a show where we like normalize checking on the homies. I'm Mike. That is also Mike. And this week, for episode 117, I'm not even going to do a long intro because we've already been talking. We got our homie Big Brian in the house.
Yo, what up? What up? What up?
Dude, we've been talking already for like 45
Yeah.
minutes. So for those
It's
who
going to
don't
be a
know-
short episode.
Yeah, short episode, 15 minutes max. For those who don't know, Brian is a guitar player for Xibalba. And then we are also here to talk about your new project. And I don't want to butcher this, but Tzompantli.
Tzompantli. Yeah, that's
Hell
actually
yeah.
pretty good. Yeah. Good job.
Dude.
I kept reading it and I was like,
Same, dude. I was like,
It's like the T is kind of silent, so
Yeah.
yeah.
the Z is all you really need.
Dude, so with this, because I do kind of want to, I think it was Victor that was here that was talking to us last week from Barrio Slam and Mike.
Yeah.
So you call the shows rituals? Like
I mean, you know what? Me personally, I call them ceremonies. It's like a ceremony.
Okay.
Ritual. I mean, it's a cool word.
maybe,
it's a
maybe
cool
it was
word.
ceremony. That
It's a
I
sick
just-
word.
yeah.
I mean,
Ceremony is
but
cool
you know,
too.
the very first show that we played, I almost called it ritual, but then I was like, man, so many like black metal bands
True.
call it
Yeah.
ritual, and like it's kind of corny now. So I'm like, you know what, fucking like it's like a ceremony or something. That sounds fucking sick.
Yeah.
It's
Ceremony
still
sounds sick.
Yeah, ceremony still has kind of like a dark kind of
Yeah.
vibe to it, you know. And so I was like, fuck yeah, it's a ceremony. It's a ceremony.
He may have said ceremony, and I
Yeah.
may have just changed it to ritual in my head. I don't know. But
But I mean, like the books that I read on a lot of the lore, like they call them ceremonies, and not really they don't really use the term ritual so much. But even though they mean the same fucking thing.
yeah. So okay. So we kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, but this was like a a project that you had where maybe things were just a little too heavy for Xibalba, or a little too
Yeah,
which
yeah.
sounds wild to
You
say.
know?
Yeah.
Which is wild because Xibalba's already fucking nuts, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
But so what was the what was the decision to like, yo, we're gonna do fucking war cries and we're gonna just make this shit like.
I mean, I've always wanted to start like a band that was like strictly like indigenous folklore, mainly like Mexica, Aztec stuff, and because I mean I had been reading about that stuff for a long time at that point, so I was just like, I want like something that's like that. We're like Xibalba has like themes and stuff of like indigenous stuff. It's not like all that we write with. Like we probably have more songs about personal inner struggle and like some street shit here and there, and just like growing up,
Right.
And with this one, I didn't want anything like I didn't want like politics. I didn't want personal shit. I just wanted like just pure like mythology, folklore, history, and just like shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
mostly like Mexica. At that point, it was just mostly Mexica Aztec stuff, and yeah, that's the main reason. I just wanted to start a band like that. I basically was like, how fucking Nile is like basically like Egyptian themed. I want to start something like Nile, but fucking like on some Mexican shit.
Right.
Cool.
And that's like where I initially got the idea from, and I just never, I didn't really write too much lyrics for Xibalba, so I didn't really, and I also didn't want to fucking write stuff that maybe the guys didn't like or whatever.
Right.
Even though I'm pretty sure they would have been down, but I wasn't really confident at that point to kind of do that. But yeah, this I was like, it's got to be like that. So I was like, fuck it, I just fucking hunkered down and did it one day because I had so much stuff. Like stuff that was like, okay, this is a little too doomy for Xibalba, like,
Right.
but I want to do something with it because I really like it. I was like, man, I'm just gonna start a death doom project and I'll sing and do everything else, and that's basically how it started. Yeah, I had just like these really heavy doom stuff that it just need in my mind is like, fuck, I need to use this shit. So
Right.
fucking I was like, I'm gonna make something that to use it.
And what does that live show look like? Because I know you're up front, right?
Yeah.
Do you
It's
play full band or do you?
Yeah. So we have I'm fucking extra, man. Like I like things sounding like full, but like full in the sense where it's still fucking heavy, even if you're doing like a lead or something like. Because you know when it's live, like one guitar's still carrying that fucking chug rhythm, and the other one's doing a lead. I want fucking 2 guitars still doing the chug, where you know, and then you can hear a lead. Like it just feels heavier that way. So I was like, fuck, it's got to be 3 guitar players. Mm-hmm. So we got 3 guitar players, bass player, drummer, and then bare minimum 3 people up front now. So it's like me in the center, and then 2 backup vocals on the sides of me, with and then they have drums like tribal drums. Because like in between songs we'll usually instead of like having sound bites or anything, I kind of wanted to be a little bit more organic. So I was just like, let's just keep a beat going and just kind of set the vibe, and then just like I got like my death whistles and shit. They make like, you know, like cool sounds and shit. And so there's like atmosphere in between the songs, and you know, while the guys tune up and stuff like that, and kind of turns it into like just a little folk element. And that's essentially how a live show is. Like heavy emphasis on like drum, on like percussion, because I love fucking percussion, man.
Just huge boom.
Yeah, I fucking love that shit, man. I want shit rumbling, you know.
Dude, yeah. And then also when it comes to like face paint, things like that, right? Like, are you painting your own face? Do you have somebody that comes in and for you? Or?
No. I either paint it myself, or my lady does it for me. It just depends. Most of the time I can kind of like get it started, and then she'll kind of finish. Finish some of the stuff up. But it's just, you know, if she's not busy doing some shit, or she'll usually like handle merch and stuff like that. So if she's doing merch and shit, and she's just kind of, you know, like, oh, I'm just gonna focus on that, then it's like, whatever, I'll just do it myself. And it's pretty easy. Just fucking half my face is you know, black paint, the other half is white, and a couple lines, and
some lines or drips,
or
whatever.
Like, I'm good.
I didn't know if there was like a certain way it has to be done.
Oh yeah,
no
type
of tradition or anything like that goes into it.
I mean, if there is, I haven't read about it. But once I do, then I'll fucking do it that way. But right now, no, it's just like, let's just get it done, and fucking so we can go play, you know.
and what was that first show like? Basically, like not playing guitar, being up front, and just like.
I mean, it was fucking sick. I mean, it's like what we talked about earlier. Fuck, I just gotta show up, dude.
Yeah.
I got my fucking floor tom, and I pull up, and I'm good.
Yeah. I fucking went backwards.
It's fucking sick.
I went backwards.
Yeah, for real. But it was cool. Like, I'm not like, I was still a little weird, because it's the first time I've ever been like at the forefront like that. You know, I've always been able to kind of hide behind my guitar, and I don't like being the center of attention. So like fucking that shit was kind of like nerve-wracking. But like once I start performing, is of course like I could just go into like a trance where I don't care. Like but it was cool. It was definitely like orgasmic. It was sick, man. I was just like, fuck yeah, I kind of want to keep doing this. I was like, but I don't want to play that much.
Do you think like having being able to wear like the face paint, do you think does that kind of help with like the any kind of like stage fright or being up front? Like,
you know, I never really thought of it that way, but I think I do kind of get like a kind of like a confidence, like like because it's like I'm a different entity, you know, like and like you know, for this band, you know, I went full on fucking like obscure underground metal guy. So I was like, I gotta have a pseudonym. So I have a pseudonym for that project. I go by Obsidian Bear. So yeah, I'm essentially turned myself into the Obsidian Bear. You know,
dude, that is.
I'm not Big Brian. I'm Obsidian Bear. Homie. But
it's gonna be the name of the episode. The Obsidian Bear.
Dude, Big Brian not here today.
But yeah, like now that you mention it, like when I put my the face paint on, I do kind of like all that anxiety kind of just goes away, and like the anxiousness turns to excitement. Let's just play. Let's just handle it real quick and then drink or whatever.
Do you feel like do you feel like you're almost like channeling some shit when you're?
Yeah. I especially like I said, like I read a lot about about this stuff. So like, just kind of getting into that mindset is just like, it helps out a lot, and in channeling different energies. And then like, like I'm a big like believer on like, like ancestral DNA ties, like, like generational trauma, for example, shit like that. Like, yeah, I mean, it's not just trauma, like it's intuition, it's like all kinds of other shit. So sometimes I feel like my intuition is like, past family members that are part of like my lineage that kind of help me like see things more clear. Even when I'm writing, sometimes I'll fucking just kind of like, no, this is good enough. Like I don't need to do anymore. And then, like in my head, because I'm such a perfectionist, like songs are never gonna be fucking finished. But like I've kind of learned to just like trust my intuition a lot more. And I've always been like a really good judge of character too. And I always just kind of like, I'm like, fuck man, I wasn't really taught that kind of shit, but like it kind of just came to me natural. So I just kind of like use all that and I kind of channel it like into performing, like take all that weird fucking like voodoo shit, so to speak, like
Yeah.
And spiritual shit, I guess, like even though
I think there's definitely something to say about like connecting with pieces of your culture, like that, like maybe you didn't know before, or just through research you're like, oh fuck, like this is sick.
And like doing that like kind of it kind of just it helps you like see like who you are, and kind of figure out who you are, because there's a lot of people like that don't know who they are, and they question who they are, they don't have like identity, like luckily like I've been able to be a part of like cool subcultures and shit like that, where I feel like I've found who I am, and then like tapping into like the more spiritual side of like what our ancestors kind of believed in or did. So I think that kind of helped me, especially like now, like I feel like I'm at peace with a lot of shit that I questioned when I was younger.
Do you feel like that came through just researching and studying?
A lot of it came through researching, and of course, just I mean, I grew up in a fucking Mexican neighborhood, so there was that. But at the same time, there was a lot of hate too, because I didn't speak Spanish, and then but of course, I like once I hit like 20 and I read that fucking Spanish isn't the native language of Mexicans, like. It kind of made me feel a little bit better. So like, whenever someone like, oh, you don't speak Spanish, it's like, I don't speak that fucking white ass language. Yeah, you're right. I don't, dude.
Dude,
like, I understand it. I know that. That's enough for me. I don't need to speak.
I know what you're saying about me. Dude, I've always wanted to like do a deep dive like on my background, right? Because for me, like my dad's side of the family, Filipino. My biological mom was like red hair, green eyed, half German, Irish, half Cherokee Choctaw, right? So there's like this weird mutt blend energy. So the little research I did on the Filipino side, I was like, but Alsaybar is not a Spanish last name, right? Like most Filipinos have a Spanish.
Yeah, Spanish surnames. Yeah,
and I'm talking to my dad and stuff, and he's like, that's actually it's a Middle Eastern last name. It came from like Al-Shabaab or something like that, and I was like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, you have to do like a deep dive on all that.
Yeah.
Like, so now I just have these like way more questions now. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Do I have like oil money? Like type shit going on.
Gotta find that out, dude.
Well, there's also like, I know in like Southeast Asia, there's a pretty big Muslim population too.
Yeah.
So it could just be from like,
Exactly.
from like back then and shit like that. But yeah, man, like I be knowing things now. I be fucking reading all kinds of shit. Man. I'm not old as fuck. I'm just rereading shit. And, all right.
It's so much cooler to learn when you want to learn the shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like I don't need it. It's like I've actually like paid. I've only done it once, but I've actually paid to kind of like do a class and like learn about like stuff and Mexica stuff and like the Nahua language. So like I don't speak the Nahua language, but I know like words, and like so when I see certain like words strung together, I have a general idea of what it is.
Cool.
But I'm kind of still a dumbass, dude. I just fucking, dude, I don't retain fucking information like that well sometimes.
It's not your
Like,
fault.
I have to keep fucking. I have to keep going back. Like it's like, and then I like, I grasp it. But when I hear things though, like I'm an audio learner, so
Same.
I learned that in the last like 10, 15 years that like if I hear something, that's when I fucking retain it and I fucking, and it's, yeah.
This dude and his weird audio tricks.
I feel you on there, man. Like
Bro, yeah.
I gone back to school and like I was enjoying what I was learning. My degree was in social work, and I was really taking it in. It was so much to read.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big reader. I can read things. I can read them fast, but I don't obtain anything.
Yeah.
I need to listen. And so when I was able to like switch my textbooks to audiobooks, like my grades went, like completely skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also when people say they're not a good learner, I think all of us are pretty good learners, but it's like we've been so conditioned to learn shit we don't care about.
Yeah.
And so it's like really hard to like break from that, you know?
Yeah, no, I feel that 100%. Like, yeah, because I'll fucking like, if there isn't an audiobook, what I do now is I'll just like kind of like I'll read a book, but I'll and it's probably fucking dorky as fuck, but I'll actually like read it out loud because I feel like if I'm saying it to myself, I can kind of hear it. Or like if I'm like reading like lyrics or something like that, if I like read along, like that's why I've always been able to you read lyrics and you sing along and shit, like, so I've always been good at that because like I'm listening to them speak it, and when I'm reading it and listening, it's like a double whammy, and it's like fucking, it's easier for me to pick up, especially if I'm like reading along to something. And but if I'm just reading it, fucking I think I have like a mild kind of dyslexia, because every now and then like the words would kind of just like get scrambled, and I'd have to like close my eyes for like a second and then like, okay, start all the way from the fucking top of the page now, because I don't even know what the fuck I just read right now. And it's like, dude, it's all fucked up, man.
Dude, so I used to read out loud also, but I'd be recording myself.
Yeah. I would do that sometimes too. Yeah, that shit fucking, and then I would read, like, I would listen back, but I would read too at the same time, and it was like, okay, this shit's fucking making sense to me. Fucking powerful.
Well, dude, you think about this, like back, centuries back, a lot of stuff was people would meet and then somebody would just speak.
Yeah.
And like, maybe there was people taking stuff down, but for the most part, people were like listening, and then they just had it, and then they passed it down for generations.
Yep. Yeah, because I think most people, especially from the Americas, like indigenous people, like a lot of it was like, word of mouth type stuff. So, I think like if my theory is correct, it's like that's where how we kind of, our histories were passed down, was through the mouth and
the storytelling.
Yeah,
so maybe that's why a lot of us fucking that have like indigenous to the American blood or whatever. I think maybe that could be a reason why some of us are more audio learners. Yeah. And that's just fucking kooky shit I'd be thinking about now.
I love that stuff because like you said, like there's like how you're learning about this culture now, because like we're not taught this in school. Like we're not. Very very little. If
we're not even taught about fucking Native American,
right? I know. Yeah, the truth about Native American,
or the truth.
There were these people. Moving on.
Yeah,
that's it.
Manifest destiny. Yeah. God said this is our land. Okay.
I don't want to get into it too much on this episode, but like like what you said, like being able to like go back and learn about like the culture and how deep it gives you a sense of purpose, gives you a sense of pride, and what was what your bloodline could have been doing for centuries or whatever. And one of the things that I always felt was like one of the biggest a big conspiracy when I heard it, and I was just like, dude, wow, it's so fucking evil. When you change history and you like you strip people and you take their importance from them. Yeah. And one of the things that I was like learning about was the indigenous basically it's talking about how we always say like anyone who's black, we say, oh, they're African American. You don't know that. There was indigenous,
assuming,
people who were black, indigenous, and like that's what I was thinking about, like in the South, like a lot of people, they had very like features that were very reminiscent to what we know as like indigenous natives, right?
Yeah.
But they're black, and so it's just like you're dismissing somebody just by just saying, oh, they're African American.
Like, so you're like dismissing a whole nother side of them. It's
they could probably been here.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know.
Like, I am African American, but I'm also indigenous American.
Right.
Like.
Yeah, you might have deeper roots than they realize.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a lot of like you hear a lot of stories and a lot of history of like slaves running away, and then like they click up with Native Americans and they hang out with them and learn their ways. They marry within their tribe and then they become essentially a part of that nation. And there's a lot of that going on. Like,
we just get all these beautiful mixed babies.
Yeah. For sure. Fuck yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Yeah. But yeah, it's like a whole nother like history, a whole nother side of that person's history that just gets erased. Yeah. It's fucking sad, dude. But that's just part of that fucking like European caste system, and like like class system is just all fucked up and shit. And
it's and it like kind of going back to schooling and like what they teach you and stuff like that. It's just wild that there's whole segments of history that they just ignore.
Right. Or gloss over.
Or they just go like, yeah, by the way, this happened, but let's not focus on it.
Yeah.
That was a pretty crucial part of fucking America, right? Like this was
literal America.
Yeah. So
they basically fucking been gaslighting us for years and shit like that. Like, because then you even think about like World War II and like and how like I think back about when I read up on that shit. I think back about what I learned in high school and about the Vietnam War, and they never really told us why we went there. Other than we had to fight communism, and it's like, but
there's communism everywhere.
Yeah.
So we had to fight everyone.
Yeah. And I never fucking like understood that, because I mean, even when I was young, I remember asking my teacher. I was like, well, I don't understand like why it matters what they believe in over there, and like, shouldn't we? And then it wasn't until like fucking, I mean, I was listening to Rage Against the Machine at the same time too, and I kind of had an idea.
Yeah.
And I was just like, fuck yeah, it's for fucking money and control, power, all this shit. And
it's the same
and then
now. Even to this day, same fucking shit.
World War II, they fucking, they had us believing that they fucking went in there after the beach of Normandy and fucking shit was over after that. And like, nah. The fucking these people called the communists fucking were the ones that beat the fucking Nazis. And it's like, fuck, okay. And then America came at the end, like, we'll help you guys out now. Like,
come in and white knight everything.
Yeah, exactly. And like, see,
you see like a fight and it's like, okay, I think we got it.
It's just like, dude, man, we nailed it. We're fucking taught so much fucking bullshit. It's just like, man, like no wonder why so many motherfuckers are stupid these days. Like, it's sad, man.
And it all comes like freaking the show. You guys watch the show Vikings?
Yeah.
I watched the first half of the first season, but I just always kept falling off. But it's pretty sick though.
It's sick, and what's cool about it is that the show was originally supposed to be about the King of England that they were fighting, and it was supposed to be. I think the show was supposed to be a thing called like Albert or King Albert or Albert the Great, whatever. And so when the show writers were doing all this research, because they wanted to capture like all the big battles against the Vikings, and they wanted to know like all that stuff. And so as they're actually reading, not just English text, but reading all kinds of historical texts, they're seeing all these like weird inconsistencies. Yeah. And they're really realizing like, dang, the Viking culture is like, it's not what we see in in like the books, and like we don't acknowledge them as being like these like basically being like undefeated at sea. Yeah. Like they were running circles on like the British Navy and all that stuff, and like in their little boats, and just like, so the show writers were like, they completely changed course, and they're like, we're gonna write about
this is more interesting.
Viking culture. Like this is wild.
This
like
is rad.
Nobody talks about this. Nobody talks about the warrior women that they had. Like it's anyway, so I mean the show, it's a show, so they take a lot of liberties with like timelines and
You got to make that drama. You gotta get that drama up, baby.
but it's just,
need another season.
Yep.
yeah. But it was just cool, and it was just like, you know, the reason we're told a certain narrative of Vikings is because the English at the time were they're the language they spread it, so they were able to spread basically propaganda. You know, talking about wars they won, but they really didn't. Talking about like people that they willingly brought in because of how intelligent they were and how brave they were. I don't know. It's just you're absolutely right. And like, I mean, like people, I mean, I just found out like maybe like 10 years ago that fucking the Vikings were the first Europeans to land in the New World in America way before fucking Columbus. Yeah. But like they did it and they left. Right. Like, they didn't really just stick around. Yeah, like, it's not their place to. Their thing was like they show up somewhere and if they liked it, then they farm. Yeah. But they weren't like trying to take over areas, and it was like they like to farm, do their thing, and then like basically be left alone. Yeah. Because there was like sections where like they were able to farm, and they farmed for like maybe like I think it was like maybe like 10 or 20 years or something like that. And then there were some areas where they were constantly at battle with like the natives. But like, and then they kind of just went their merry way, went back, and then fucking 100 years later, fucking Columbus opens the floodgates, and that Hernan Cortez jerk off motherfucker his filthy fucking people come over here and get us infected, and
yes, America.
It's beautiful.
It's a lot of cool history though. A lot of cool history.
In the textbooks, did they say, "Oh yeah, the Spaniards discovered"?
No,
you can't discover a place that's already been lived in.
It's all marketing, dude. Like
they discovered what?
Discovered this. People were already here.
Yeah.
This shit ain't new, bro.
Hey, so the one thing that the Spaniards discovered was how to fucking take a bath and clean themselves properly.
After trial and error.
Oh man.
This is to bring it to more funny. I love. I think it might have been. I think it's Andrew Schultz where he's talking about how like the pyramids in Egypt are this great mystery. Who built them? How were they built? This and that. And then he's like, you guys realize there are like massive pyramids in Mexico. We know exactly who built them.
It's like you never question that. Like something after that. That shit's fucking funny.
It's so good. It's like we
know.
It's
we
like
know.
it's the fucking
other ones like it had to be aliens. It's like
it had to be. It's like get the fuck out of here. Like, so dumb. I mean, I guess it's pretty cool that like if you built a structure so impressive that you're like, I mean, yeah, it had to have been aliens. Right. Then it's like, it's kind of racist, man. These motherfuckers can't do that shit themselves. Like, they're not smart.
There's a part of me that is like, I kind of like the alien theory, but also I'm like,
it's definitely fun. Like
it's fun, but.
It's like you're thinking of a time of people that were like, I would imagine, like more focused,
communities,
less distraction
together.
Yeah, probably stronger. Yeah. Like literally are of working outside, building, like literally building. That's what they do. Yeah. And then you have a lot of them. Yeah. It's like
okay,
how could this have happened?
How do they do this? Yeah.
My girl likes to always talk about how like we weren't designed to be like sedentary. We should be out like working. And I'm like, girl, you sleep 38 hours a day. Let's not talk about this, right? But she's always like, we like our bodies were designed to do all these things. And I'm like,
that's me, dog.
I mean, I guess.
You see the lawn, get out there.
But when I'm out, I be doing things.
Yeah, I be doing stuff. So I don't know. Like I've been, I've been to like Machu Picchu.
I'm Peruvian.
I've been to
bucket list,
and it's like when you're there, it's a completely different like feeling, right?
Yeah.
And they've even said that they're discovering more and more like structures and pyramids that are the same size, if not bigger, just tucked away in the fucking like
In the
rainforest,
mountain,
and in the
Oh, the
mountains and stuff. And you're like all of this is like, it's so intricate, and there's so much like the art is beautiful, and everything is like,
it's a whole culture, man.
yeah.
And they had like a whole like system in place, a political system, and like it's beautiful. I mean, fucking democracy comes from fucking Native Americans.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. Tripping.
Yeah. Yeah, so hardcore music.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we started, but then I started talking about what inspired me. It was like, shit, man.
That stuff's cool though. I love.
I'll tell you what inspires me: filthy fucking Spaniards.
That's gonna be
shout out to I mean, I know Spain ain't like that nowadays.
Yeah, we're talking about back then.
Yeah, back then.
Back then.
You know you did.
That's
I
gonna be
I love Spain. I love Spain now.
That's gonna be the one clip that they pull. And they're gonna be like, Baba banned from Spain.
Love it.
Fucking A. I love
But
Spain.
just taking all of that and then basically wrapping that up and then putting it into fucking metal.
Yeah.
Right? Is like realistically, it's kind of one of the heaviest things you can do. Because, and it also wasn't like a soft culture, right? Like,
no.
Like, you're gonna prove yourself.
Yep.
You're gonna you're gonna pay your dues. You're gonna do what you need to do, and there's gonna be cases where you might die doing this stuff, and that just comes with the territory.
Yeah, it's just you kind of have to just roll with it, and but this is also their normalcy.
Yeah.
Like this is like going to the store or whatever, or there's different rites of passage and there's different rituals that but you might get your heart cut out, but I can't speak to all of them, but I would say like a majority of them were kind of like it was instilled in them that this was like they had to do this, they had to give some type of offering like that, and so it was just kind of like they accepted it. It's just, this is how it is. Like, let's just keep it moving.
There's I don't know if you're into like any of like the Marvel movies or TV shows or anything like that.
Some, but
one of the most recent ones was a series called Echo.
Echo's good, yeah.
Yeah,
I like.
Did you watch Echo? Yeah. So like, first off, we were sitting back here watching it when it first came on, and so they show that intro where it shows like the ancient like Choctaws.
The Choctaw.
And I told my girl,
yeah, those flashback scenes are great.
Yeah, I told my girl, I was like, damn, I got my people on screen before I even knew that they were actually talking about the Choctaw, right?
Yeah.
And I like kind of just joking. I was like, oh, I got my people on screen. And then they talk about the forming of the Choctaw Nation. I was like, oh, fuck, they really do that.
Like, oh, hell yeah.
But there's a scene in there where they do a flashback because, like they're kind of channeling the ancients, right? And they're playing the game for like, whoever loses this game has to leave these lands.
Yeah.
Because they need to move on, right? And even just that concept of like, we're doing this as sport, but this determines like whether or not we're going to be able to settle here and create our culture and our town here essentially, or if we need to pack up and go.
Yep.
And that's like real shit.
It's pretty cool.
Like,
and to kind of tie that back to like the Mexican indigenous cultures and stuff like that, especially the Mayan. I mean, the Mayan, way before them too, the Teotihuacanos, they like would basically resolve like issues like grievances with games, and like, not every single like tribe, because there's so many fucking tribes, like not all of them were these bloodthirsty savages where they just they sacrifice. A lot of them did just bloodletting, where they would fucking like cut their tongue, mouth, or their fucking dick, and they would bleed themselves into a bowl and light it on fire. That was like their offering to like their deities and stuff. But yeah, those ball games were like a really like pivotal, like. That's the word I'm looking for. It's really important. It's really important.
Yeah, doesn't have to settle with like people dying and shit.
Yeah, I mean, because like they valued life, man. Like life was precious. Like because like it was a gift to and from, you know, their deities. And so it was like they kind of valued it a little bit more. And like, you know, like that's why like some of those cultures, when they went into battle, they would try to capture. They wouldn't just try to kill people, because like, well, I can capture an enemy and then I can serve him up to, you know, to our, you know, our gods and stuff like that. And but I mean, that's pretty cool, man. Just fucking like, yo, hey, I don't like you right now. It's like, I don't either. Well, let's have a basketball game, and then whoever wins, you owe me fucking $60,000 or, you know, like instead of like fucking killing people needlessly and shit, you know, like.
And was it the
way better process?
Was it Aztec or Mayans that had the you said basketball, like basically the earliest
both, yeah,
both that had the
ball game,
the ball game,
yeah, is
but only one of them played with heads, right?
Supposedly both did heads at a certain point, I think, but there's a lot of like scholars, especially like the Mexican scholars will say like, no, that's just kind of like whitewashing the history to make us look bad, basically, make us look like savages, like we're.
It makes us look sick.
Yeah, I'm like full of shit. They didn't account for me liking death metal, right? You know, I think that's fucking hard.
Like all this imagery is like the perfect setting for fucking death metal records. Like, I love it.
Exactly, like, dude. Fucking wolf. I think that's badass.
Well, didn't this is gonna come out bad, probably. Whatever. Was it the Chinese that like would cut off, same thing, like when they're like super high on opiates and they would like cut off heads and like basically kick around heads and shit?
I mean, fuck,
the
opiates, I don't know, but
I don't know if they used to kick around heads.
I might be.
It's possible.
Maybe you're being racist.
Yeah.
I mean, ancient humans did a lot of fucking weird ass shit. A lot of weird shit. So, you know, you can't really judge them nowadays. You know, fuck, it's a different time.
I know my Incas, my Peruvians, they played that hip game with like rubber balls and shit.
Yeah, that's the one that they played the Mayans and you know, Mesoamerica plays that shit too. It's like they hit it with their hip, but they aim for the fucking
like side.
It's like a sideways basketball hoop. Yeah,
which is wild because of how far they are, but like this stuff travels and you know, dude, I love.
Is that why you're so good at just sashaying
my hips, dude?
It's like, this is the ancestors are speaking through me, baby.
I don't know how it just does that.
And then I know this basically became a history lesson, but it's fine. When it comes to
gotta educate the people,
like Aztecs, Mayan, like all these cultures. Was it around the same time, or were they different time periods that they were
different eras? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the Mayans, I think. I mean, there's so many different like tribes of Maya, but like they are still around. Even like when the Spanish came, there was a lot of Mayan tribes that were never like, you know, conquered or fell. They developed treaties because they even like some of the northern tribes and like the like central Mexican tribes. Like the Chichimecas and the Otomis, they never got conquered. They had to make treaties because, you know, they never. And that's my family is from Zacatecas, which is like more Chichimeca. So like, we never got conquered, man. Never lost.
Never lost.
But yeah, they just kind of made treaties, and then of course like the Spanish stuff was a little bit more dominant, so like they just kind of assimilated in with the religion and stuff like that. But I mean, a lot of the like indigenous stuff still like is there, like a lot of the like the saint worship, you know, like praying to specific saints for specific things, like that's how they kind of like hid that they were praying to their gods, and but then like they would just kind of like say they were praying to this fucking saint guy, you know, whatever. But eventually, like, you know, each generation kind of loses it a little bit more and more assimilation and stuff like that. So but
all I know is when I came back from Peru, I had so much alpaca stuff.
That's fucking
and I don't
sick.
think any of it was like traditional.
Dude, alpaca shit's fucking bad. Peru is like definitely like the country in South America that I mostly want to go to.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking, there's a lot of fucking history. Like the Incas were like such a strong empire back then, and yeah, man, I'm just interested in all that shit. It's on my bucket list, especially Machu Picchu. Just
it was when we were there. It was cool. We also stayed in like this. I went with with a group, and we stayed in this hotel. No. It was in the Amazon. It was like a resort that you could go to in the Amazon, but everybody's rooms were like little huts on stilts.
That's fucking sick.
Have I told you?
This snake's out there and it's big.
Yeah, straight up. Like, I got to shoot like a big longbow, stuff like that. So it was cool. Got to had a straight up jungle cat come out of the fucking jungle and jump on my hammock. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, where's the anaconda at home?
Yeah, dude, we went like a guide took us through the rainforest in the fucking middle of the night and was showing us like there would be like a tunnel like on the tree, and he'd be like, oh, this is where tarantulas live, and he'd just put his fingers in there and this tarantula would pop out the end, and then it would fall on the ground and run off. We're like, what the fuck, where did that thing go? Dude, it was that's
supposed to be messing with tarantula. Man, it's funny because the tarantulas over there, they're so huge, but for whatever reason, like they rarely bite humans.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And fucking like they could literally eat a human.
They've developed such a relationship with the ecosystem.
Yeah.
These dudes are walking through like almost barefoot, just sandals. I'm like, there's tarantulas all over the floor here. Are you serious? And then they gave us like, they're like, try this fruit, and we're like, what is this? He's like, just try it. So we
fucking tarantula, huh?
No, that shit like numbed my whole mouth. I was like,
shit!
Like walking through, my fucking lip was drooling and shit.
Is your shit laced with coke?
That was fun. That was fun.
Yeah, fucking
Peru was like one of those places that I was like, dude, this is cool.
I've always been very like, I want to go to Machu Picchu.
Yeah,
I'm not wild about going to the Amazon.
Yeah, the Amazon seems so fucking intimidating. I'm like, it's like fuck. But I mean, who knows? Maybe one day I'll
go. Let's go, boys.
Dude, I want to go, man.
I'm gonna get a big flat boat, just like an anaconda, and fucking just cruise the Amazon River and shit. Fucking
dude, that movie always fucked me up when like the
I love that movie.
The snake regurgitates.
Oh yeah, and then he fucking winks. Man,
bones are all broken and everything. Just
man, hey, one of John Voight's fucking best fucking roles. He fucking that fucking accent. I don't know what the fuck it is, but holy shit. Little baby bird. It's just fucking that's one of my favorite movies when I was a kid.
Dude, that movie used to fuck me up as a kid. I didn't get in pools for a while because I was like, water. There's gonna be snakes in here.
Yeah, dude. Murky water, like if there was any kind of murky water, I'd be a little hesitant to go swim over it or whatever. Even though it's just a pool, or it's a fucking
we didn't understand
safe as hell.
There were no anacondas out here, right? There was anacondas everywhere.
That
fucking A, dude.
That was me with Jaws. I still like watch my back like in a deep pool or something. I'm like,
yeah. Jaws 2, Jaws fucked me up. Like Jaws for sure started that shit, and then Anaconda just amplified it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, you're right. I don't need to be going
because that's more like they can be anywhere.
Yeah.
And
then like it's a fucking ocean, so it's like deep as fuck. But then you're like, okay, so but if it's a river, river's different. It's not as deep. Nah, Anaconda comes out. I'm like, fuck. Rivers and lakes can't be trusted either. I'm like, fuck this shit.
I saw this post. Somebody said, it's crazy how we have so many horror movies about nature just being nature, and us trying to fuck around with it. Dude, we're like, of course you're gonna lose to a shark.
Yeah, for reals, dude.
Open water. Nah, that movie should have been 5 minutes. Fucking, he's in the open water. He fucking dies.
Yeah.
Like, so it's over.
It.
Like, come on, he ain't surviving.
Like, why do you keep going back out there?
Fucking yeah.
You gotta go back in the water.
Yeah, why? We don't have to go back anywhere. Let's just go home.
Yeah. It's like lakes, dude. People were like, "Why are you so stressed out on a lake?" I was like, "I can't see. I can't fucking see anything."
You know what's at the bottom of this?
Yeah.
Especially big lakes, like big ass lakes. Even in like, living in like Tennessee and shit like that, you'd have these little lakes in a neighborhood, right? And there'd still be fucking snapping turtles and shit.
Yeah.
Like bite your toes. It's not cool.
Fucking alligator snapping turtles, huge as fuck. Nope. No, thank you.
My fiance's from Florida, and just like recently we were like something comes up on anything comes up with like gators and shit. I'm like, Florida. But then it's like, yeah, there's like, it's like these carnivorous, huge ass lizard, yeah, basically baby
Basically a
dinosaurs.
dinosaur, yeah, for sure.
Like they roam freely.
Yeah.
Like they're everywhere.
They just chill.
People just built stuff in their home.
My neighborhood,
that's all it is.
Yeah. Or something fucked up about how like in hurricanes, like gators can get fucking thrown into backyards and shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or they'll just
fuck that.
Yeah. What the fuck? Dude.
snakes too.
Yeah.
Snakes too, like big ass like boa constrictors and stuff like that.
Fucking giant.
Especially the Everglades.
Yeah.
No joke out there. No joke. Out
Never
there.
catch me
It's just
going.
crazy that people live there.
Yeah, right?
Like it's like this is all here. It's not going anywhere. It doesn't change.
They love it.
Yep.
They wouldn't live anywhere else. You
Yep.
couldn't tell them nothing.
I love this humidity.
Yep. I like sweating.
Yep.
As soon as I get out the shower.
As soon as I get out the fucking shower. Man, that shit is no joke. I mean, I'm sure you guys been there many times. It's like, dude, it's just... Went to Florida. I've been to Florida a few times for band shit, and I'm just like, fuck, man. Like, the shows are always cool, but fucking, I'm just like,
get out of here.
nah. It's
Food's great.
too
Shows are great.
fucking hot, man. Like, even in an air-conditioned venue, it's like, you're fucked. You're still fucked.
The worst thing to me is when you're in a place that's so humid, you take a shower, and you get out and you dry yourself off, and by the time you put your boxers on, you're just fucking sweaty again.
Yeah, you feel the fucking
Yeah.
sweat coming out.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man.
I just showered.
It's funny. I have a memory that just came to me, but I think our first time ever playing with Xibalba, this is years ago. We ran into you guys in like Mississippi, and I just remember being fucking miserable, but then being like stoked, like, oh, what's up, guys? Like, you know.
Is
But
that,
also-
is that bar? It's like a weird
Dude,
bar.
no,
or
it was like
something
this. It was like I think it might have been an outdoor thing, like in a
Okay,
fucking
okay.
like garage or something weird,
Yeah.
like a weird spot. And I remember just like hard. It was so hard being stoked because I just felt fucking
Yeah.
gross.
Bro, same.
Just like
Anytime I played Florida, it was like I want to be excited, but I'm like, fuck this shit.
yeah,
But man, these bands are sick. But holy
Yeah.
fuck, I'm miserable.
dude.
Just my energy gets sucked out a lot quicker.
Yeah.
It's like,
And then
fuck, man.
playing when you're that like sticky and
Yeah.
you're just like
It puts you just in a bad mood.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know. At least
Makes
for
you,
me.
it makes you more irritable.
Yeah, it makes
I
you
guess it's
irritable
good for hardcore.
For sure. Way
Yeah.
That's why
irritable.
the southern shows are so heavy.
Yeah.
Everybody's pissed.
It's like you can feel the slime, like just fucking,
Yeah.
just like the riff is just like diluted with slime. It was like fucking A.
Like how mad can you be riffing in San Diego?
Yeah.
Right?
I agree. What the fuck?
Fucking 72 degrees outside. Dope ass burritos.
like-
either way you go after you play, you're fine.
It's like when we were playing in Hawaii, and a fight broke out during our set, and we were like, it was always funny when fights break out during our set, and we're like, you guys we're in fucking Hawaii. What are you guys literally live in paradise? What are you guys so angry about? Like,
Dude, yeah, Hawaii is great. Fucking love Hawaii. But yeah, it's humid as fuck there too.
Yeah.
But it's so fucking beautiful. It's like you kind of set that aside.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. I heard there's no snakes in Hawaii. Is this true?
I don't know. I don't
Is
know.
this real?
You know, now that I think about it though, I think you might be right.
Which is why they
Yeah.
film like a lot of like jungle sequences were
Yeah.
filmed because of, or maybe
I think. Yeah.
if there are snakes, they're not poisonous or something.
Yeah.
Maybe there's not like venomous snakes.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they got lizards and shit. I seen the lizards, but
Big ass iguanas and
yeah,
shit like that.
geckos and shit, chameleons.
Which still freak me out. I don't
I was into all that shit when I was younger. So,
You were the reptile kid.
I was a reptile guy.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. Like, I was all about that shit. I was into like Godzilla, dinosaurs, fucking anaconda.
We were in Costa Rica last year. They had fucking like iguanas just roaming around. We were there for our
That's
buddy's wedding.
sick.
Iguanas roaming around the resort, and fucking
Man.
capuchin monkeys and shit like that.
Man, I remember.
raccoons and the iguanas.
Raccoons. I fist bumped a raccoon, which is his favorite. animal.
Fuck yeah.
My favorite animal, dude. I was I was so envious and so I was like stoked for him, like a little stoked for him, and then I was mostly just like jealous, dude. Like,
Yeah.
to the point of tears. I was so
Their raccoons are so pretty. Like they don't look like trash pandas. Like
Yeah.
straight up.
Yeah, I went to my dad he won a fucking trip to Puerto Vallarta when we were kids from work, and so we all went down there for a week, and man, doing those like driving through the city, and because it's like right outside of a jungle,
Yeah.
and then going into the jungles and shit like that. Everywhere you look, there was fucking iguanas, and I was me being a fucking reptile dinosaur guy. I was just like, man, just fucking let me loose in this forest, dude. I just want to pretend to be a T-Rex or some shit. Like, this shit's fucking ill, man. I fucking love this shit. And, like, yeah, it's just, like, probably one of my favorite vacations as a kid because I was just, like, saw so much fucking reptiles and like, turtles and shit like that. I was just, like, this is fucking sick, man.
Dude, that was one of the things, speaking of turtles, that was one of the things that, like, kind of fucked me up in Peru is, you know, I went with my cousin's church, right? Mm-hmm. So we show up in Corona, and while we're there, like this family, super nice to us, you know, like I like made friends with their kid or whatever, and they bring this turtle, and I didn't speak Spanish.
No.
They bring this turtle. Like,
I already know where this is going.
I was like, oh yeah, oh, that was a sick turtle, you know, whatever. Yeah. They put it down and. Bonk, like, dude, and they just start making soup. Like,
have you ever seen Cannibal Holocaust, homie?
I was like, dude, I was not ready. And this poor girl that I went to high school with was there too, Shanna. She was like crying because turtles were her favorite animal. Dude, they didn't understand why she was crying.
That fucking hurt me too, man. I
was like, fuck.
I love turtles, dude.
Dude, yeah, I wasn't ready. I didn't know it was happening. I was like, I'll just have this ink cola.
I respect the custom, but
yeah,
hey, do that shit when I'm not here.
Dude, turtles. Our buddy Christian, he has like this like ecosystem in his backyard. He built his own pond, and it's wild. He has,
that's badass.
Yeah, he's like turtles in it.
Beer to go help dig holes.
Do
you remember that?
Did you guys fall for that?
No, I didn't. But
I was about to say, I was like, I never did.
I never dug a hole in Christian's yard.
No.
Austin for sure did.
That's funny. I think Daniel built half that shit too. But he was telling us, he's like, yeah, he's like, watch out for these turtles, dude. They're wild, man. Like they'll bite your toe, they'll bite your blah blah blah. He's like, dude, they'll even take out like birds and shit. I'm like, what? Dude. Didn't believe it. Literally, he says that fucking bird by the water, and it looked like a fucking like dinosaur coming out. Fucking grabbed it, pulled it in, dude, and all you see is feathers float up to the water.
Was it like a terrapin or like a tortoise or some shit?
Might have been a tortoise, or maybe snapping turtle. I don't know why you'd have snapping turtle.
He legit found. He just went out into the wild. And
that's
found
fucking
shit
sick.
and put it in his backyard.
He's got Jurassic Park in his backyard.
And this is in fucking Riverside. It's not even like a. It's not even like a nice little like big patch of land. This is just like a backyard the size of mine. He fucking dug out and made all these like ponds and ecosystem.
It changed.
Sick,
it changed how I look at turtles. I'm sure that was like a specific type, but now I don't know the difference. So now I feel like every turtle can do that.
Yeah.
Turtles could be. I mean, anything can be really. I mean, it took me years to realize how brutal birds are. Almost every kind of fucking bird is just fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Except for penguins. Penguins are the sweetest, but they don't deserve. But they be doing some weird fucking shit too. They be like, fucking. They be cheating on their spouses, and they fucking. Dude, it's just weird, man. Like, yeah, birds, fucking birds. They're a trip, and they're dinosaurs. They're actual dinosaurs too. So it's like. They've been around millions of years doing all kinds of fuck shit. Like, I don't trust no birds, dude.
Yeah.
Trust no birds.
How do you fuck with something that just fly away from you? Like, what, bitch? I'm here now.
Yep.
Those fucking like hawks or whatever that will like take goats and shit.
Yeah.
Like, drop them off cliffs.
Just drop them off. Yeah, so they can go down and feed on them when they're fucking.
It's like,
bruh,
what?
that's fucking crazy.
Over here in Redlands, I don't know if do you remember Tim Milton?
I don't know.
He was he was the dad of some of the kids at the high school. Yeah.
Yeah, he helped coach. I think, or
he was around for coaching and stuff like that. Anyways, because his son I think played for you. Cody. I think Cody played for you.
Cody?
I don't know. Anyways,
Mall, dude.
but so he lived over here in Redlands, like up the street, and I hopefully his kids don't ever watch this, but you know, he I guess the kids were out and they were out with their mom, whatever, and he was letting their little tiny dog toy out to use the bathroom. So he's sitting on the porch, lets the dog in the front. He's sitting there watching this dog. Like, oh, this dog's so cute. This hawk just comes out,
Snatched it.
snatched the dog.
Oh my
and flew
god.
out. And he was like trying to throw stuff.
That's fucking crazy.
It was too late. So the kids come
yeah.
home. They're like, "Where's the dog?" He's like, "Oh, they must have got out."
Oh my
He
god.
put up like
Dude.
missing signs all over the neighborhood,
man.
Yeah.
knowing that this dog is
Dog.
gone. I'll bleep his name out that way.
My lady's she had a little like pocket, like one of those pocket dogs, and she was living in Alaska, and they have like, of course they got fucking straight up eagles, bald
Yeah.
eagles and shit like that, and so they were like on a walk, and they let her on her leash because she was trained really well, and same thing. They hit like on the trail, they hit like an open patch, or just open air, and fucking one of them swooped down and almost like he missed, luckily, but almost got him. And then, but his talons were like straight. She's like, yo, like their talons are like bigger than our hands.
It's like a velociraptor.
Yeah, it's a straight up velociraptor.
Yeah.
And fucking, she's like, yeah, luckily it missed because fucking I snatched him up and I was like, hell no, he's
Dude.
not gonna let that fool roam around no more. Like,
Imagine
fucking-
that eagle comes back. You gotta
Bro.
fight an eagle.
it's just-
You're fighting America.
yeah, dude, eagles are no fucking joke,
Dude.
man.
Yeah. No joke. They're terrifying.
Yeah, man, I fucking hate watching like bird shit sometimes because I'm just like, man, like some of them will pin their chicks against each other because it's like they like straight up only the strong survive type shit. Like the chicks will like literally try to push their siblings
nest.
off so that they get the most food.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. I'm like, fuck, man, these fucking birds. Man, I ain't fucking with no birds, man.
Do it.
Like these hoes ain't loyal. These birds ain't loyal.
I was at work. We're in like a supervisor's meeting or whatever, and somebody was talking about, I think they were like on a hike and they saw, it was like I want to say it was a bird fighting with something else.
Yeah.
Right. And they were like, and this bird was losing and I wanted to go over there and separate them and save it. And I was like, the fuck? Let nature be
Nah,
nature,
yeah,
dude. Like,
you gotta let
you can't.
Yeah, it's sad, but you gotta let.
Yeah,
you just gotta let it fucking
let it
go.
happen.
Yeah,
Like, this is a, yeah.
it has nothing to do with you. Just
I was like, if
fucking-
it's your dog, that's a different.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
help
That's
your
your
dog.
business. That's your
home.
business. Yeah.
I was like, but if you just walk out and you're in Florida and an alligator
Yeah.
comes and chomps on
Yep.
whatever,
Yeah.
that's that.
That has
Game
to.
over.
Yeah, it just has to happen. Unfortunately, like there's that fucking there's that clip on online. It's like of that fucking raccoon just like snatching up a fucking iguana.
Yeah.
On the street.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck. A part of me is like, fuck, man, I want to save that iguana, but it's also like, iguanas overpopulate that region. It's out of my hands, dogs. I can't fuck with you right now.
I
Sorry.
sent him a video today.
Nature's metal.
Yeah.
Do you follow that? Do you
Yep.
follow that page?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I sent him a video today of a raccoon just like falling out of the sky. I don't even know. Like, so it's this. They're filming a kid where they're like, he's gonna do a cartwheel. Or
Yeah.
whatever. He's like, oh, he's like,
Yeah,
fucking
check
out
me
with his
out, look
friend.
at me.
I gotta change my pockets. And so he starts running and he gets ready to do his cartwheel, and this raccoon just
Falls from the sky,
like
dude.
out of the sky, just falls. And then they like, I don't know if it broke its arm or what, but it's just like trying to run away. But
Yeah, it's, like,
only on
hobbling
back
off.
legs.
Oh,
it's like
poor bastard.
dragging its chest, like running and shit. And everybody's like, "What the fuck? This thing just fell out of the sky."
Dude, fucking.
Dude, it hit so hard,
So fucking hard.
but it still ran away and then got up in the
But
tree.
yeah, and it climbed in the tree. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that he probably just got his air knocked out.
Yeah.
Maybe got dislocated
Hope so.
shoulder.
Hope so.
He's fine now.
Hope he's
Made a full recovery.
Hey, raccoon, if you're watching that shit,
Yeah.
you're all right, homie.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, he sent me that. I was like, oh. But then I think I was like, he walked that off like a G.
Man, yeah, dude, fucking raccoons and man, how do you feel about possums?
I fucking hate them,
They're
dude.
fucking crazy, man. They're fucking crazy.
They're huge rats,
How do you
dude.
love raccoons? And
Stop
hate
it,
possums?
dude. They're not
It's
the same.
Have you
No,
seen
they're not.
Have you seen a raccoon with
Dude.
no hair? It's a
I
possum.
don't want to. Why would I want to see a raccoon with no hair?
Yeah, possums are a trip though. You know, I came across a fucking a guy that has a possum on TikTok, and I kind of was like, you know, maybe possums ain't so bad. You know, it was still weird and creepy looking, but I was just like, hey, if this guy could have one and it's all friendly, maybe not so bad.
I don't know, man.
When it has its babies all hanging on its back.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
I've seen
my dog attacked one like about 2 months ago or something like that, and I was like, those motherfuckers. I had to read about it because I was so fucking scared for my dog because my dog like fucking. I thought he was just like ripping it to shreds, but he was already playing dead. Like they don't attack; they just play dead immediately.
Yeah.
So like in my head, I'm thinking like, oh, this fool must have scratched it or something, like scratched my dog or something. And so I was like fucking doing all kinds of like research, like to fucking find out like, you know, if I got to do anything, you know.
I think they only fight if they have their babies.
Yeah. The only time they fight is if they have their babies, and but even then, a lot of times they'll just fucking go straight to playing dead. And so I thought it was dead because it was in like they basically put themselves into like a coma.
Yeah.
Like and so my dog was fucking just like had it by its neck and was just like trying to walk him to me, like, hey, look what I got for you. I'm just like, fool, put that shit down. What the fuck? Got him to put it down eventually, but he was still trying to like go at it and like attack it again. And I was like, dude, get the fuck out. So I had to put like a crate over it. And in my head, I'm like, I thought that fool was dead. I was like, because he was like stiff, like I thought he was dead. And sure enough, the next morning that the crate was flipped up, he got out, and I'm like, okay, well, glad he got out. But at the same time, I'm like, you know, it sucks, but I'm like, it's like what we talked about earlier about the ecosystem. Like those motherfuckers keep a certain balance, you know, like there's a certain balance in the neighborhood and with the neighborhood animals and stuff like that. So I'm just like, fuck, okay, like, man.
There's also got in the wrong backyard.
But also possums look soulless because they got those black eyes. And it's like,
dude, they're giant rats. Dude.
Yeah.
And I hate rats.
That fucking
Raccoon.
No, dude.
Hey, you know what? No. Hey, you know what? There's a difference because raccoons have a bunch of fur on their fucking tail.
Yeah.
I think what trips me out the most is not even the black eyes. It's the tail.
Yeah.
Because it looks like a fucking giant rat.
Yeah.
And it's like fuck. And then they got that. They fucking hiss at you.
They hiss.
It's like fuck you.
They use that tail to fucking hang off of shit.
Fucking possum. Fucking A. I got a homie. Who was it? I'm sorry if it's the wrong homie, but I think it's my homie Dorian from Soul Search. That motherfucker loves possums, and I don't know why.
Dorian, why?
Fucking weirdo motherfucker. Man, I love you though, Dorian.
Dorian's like,
God
fuck,
damn,
man, I don't like possums.
Man, I straight up like when like back in the day when they brought that up, I thought they were joking, but no, he was like, no, I fucking love that shit.
What is it about the possums?
Or maybe he hates possums. I don't know. It's one of those fucking things.
That's a big difference.
But I'm pretty sure he loves it.
We had
I don't know though.
We had our buddy.
so long.
We'll get him on the episode.
Yeah, we'll talk
Figure
about
this
it.
out. We gotta figure this out.
We had our buddy Steve get on the show, and he's from Australia, and he was talking about how he saw a possum with all its babies on top. And he's like, "That's the most disgusting thing I've ever fucking seen."
And he's from Australia.
Yeah. There's all kinds of fucked up shit in Australia.
So for him to say that,
They got fucking Lake Placid over there with their crocodiles. They all kinds of crazy shit. But that shit, like, I seen a possum with the babies too in front of my parents' yard back in the day, and it was the fucking it's the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen.
It's so gross looking.
Yeah, it's just ugh.
let's see if I can.
And then there's the fucking tail. You see the fucking tail
It's the
right
tail,
behind
dude.
it. It's like,
It's the tail. I think you're right. I think
bald
it is
ass
the
fucking tail.
Ugh.
Dude, and they always just look kind of dirty.
Yeah.
It's like greasy.
Yeah.
looking. I remember my old apartment down like the road a little bit, and one night I was walking up to my door, and this possum was walking in front of my door, saw me, played dead in front of my door, and I was like, afraid.
I don't want you to listen. I don't want you sleeping here.
I was afraid to step over him and open the door because I didn't want him to bolt inside. You know, I was like, "Fuck, what do I do?"
Nah,
I know not that fool. Get going.
when those fools put themselves in that state, they're out for a while.
Yeah.
It's
Grab it
crazy.
and fucking
Yeah,
Yoink.
I did that one time. Cause same thing. My fucking dog attacked one of the possums at my parents' pad when we were staying with them, like years ago, and luckily I had like gloves, so I just grabbed the gloves and I got him and I just threw him in the trash so that he was dead.
Yeah.
And then fucking I don't know how that motherfucker got out, but like the next morning the trash can was flipped open. I didn't think anything of it, and then fucking it's like, oh shit, no, that motherfucker was still alive. Holy shit.
I'm just afraid that they're gonna like you're holding them or you're gonna throw them away, whatever. They're like,
Yeah. That's one thing too, because like maybe they're fucking like real life
Of the video. Yeah.
real life animal zombies or some shit.
Dude, this is the video from our buddy Steve.
Look,
Oh hell no.
Do you have his commentary? Can you play the audio on that?
You know what that shit reminds me? It reminds me of fucking you ever seen Bram Stoker's Dracula?
Yeah.
When that motherfucker just disintegrates into rats. That's what that shit fucking reminds me of.
or that fucking the Princess Bride. The fucking
the big
big
giant
ass rat,
fucking.
dude.
Oh
Ugh.
hell nah. Those are possums as far as I'm
They are
concerned.
Yeah.
ugly creatures. Oh my gosh. I have never seen a possum before. That's crazy. Okay, now I know why no one likes possums.
Yeah,
They are
possums.
ugly creatures. Oh my gosh.
Oh, dude. Love you,
funny.
Steve.
Fucking beady eyes, the fucking sharp ass teeth.
No, thanks.
They got fangs, dude. That's what I'm saying. I think they're zombie animals. They die and they come back to life, or vampires or some shit. I don't know, man. But
Next Tzompantli cover, dude.
dude,
This
oh
fucking
man,
vicious ass.
dude.
That's the name of the record, too. Just,
rawr.
That scream.
Look at that, dude. Goddamn possums.
Hate them.
all right, let's see. Let's get into some questions over here. I think we got a couple for you.
Just having conversations, dog.
This is what I love. I'm starting to like love about our podcast is we get guys from the scene and stuff, and we'll talk about music and stuff. But it's like it's funny like the turns we had
Connections too, man. The I mean, they're essentially missed connections because it's like, oh, I was there. Oh, I was there too.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's fucking sick. And
That
it's
was
like,
the last thing I was expecting for you guys to be like, we have a
Right?
picture together.
Yeah.
What?
I was like, man.
We have to put that picture out.
yeah, we do for sure.
Explain it.
Dude,
Yeah.
speaking of pictures together, so we did a run with Backtrack, and Vitello was like, he's like, dude, you look like Nate from Xibalba. And I was like,
Vitello. All you Mexicans look the same.
yeah, that's literally. I was like,
Fucking Vitello.
I was like, I don't know how to say this without sounding. I was like, bro. I was like, have you been to Southern California? I was like, there's a lot of us with hats on, dude.
A lot of us wear fitteds or snapbacks.
yeah, you're
yeah.
gonna see a lot of brown fools with LA hats on me. I don't.
And so when I don't even know where it was at, but I saw Nate and I was telling him about it. We were like laughing about it, and we were both wearing a hat, and we were like, let's take a picture. And then as we looked at the picture, we were like,
Yeah,
guess.
I see it now.
but it was just funny to have. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Fuck.
part of me appreciates
Cousins.
that I get that, but also I'm like, I was like, do I look tough on stage? It's like no, no, you don't. But
You carry yourself.
But it's all good. I mean,
yeah,
fucking Vitello didn't look tough.
I know, dude. That guy, I love that guy.
Yeah, Vitello's the man. I haven't seen that fool in years, man. I miss that fool.
Dude, shout out to him for just knowing
Yeah.
that Turnstile would be Turnstile.
Yeah, he's fucking. He's done like when we were talking about earlier, like people like friends of ours doing big ass things. Like he's fucking doing big shit, man. Yeah, fucking stoked to see him, progress in life and do his thing.
I always loved like the homies that do big shit and you're like, yeah, that makes sense. But then there are all the other homies that do big ass shit and you're like, sick.
Yeah, like, that's fucking bad.
That's fucking rad.
Hell yeah.
All right. So, got a couple questions for you here. That we can
Okay.
jump into. First one comes from, looks like it's from Vic. El Profe Vic. How's it feel to be a real Pomona legend?
I don't even know how the fuck to answer that. Dude.
Answer from your heart.
Yeah, it's fucking sick, dog. I love just fucking showing up to any spot in Pomona and just motherfuckers just like, oh, right this way, Mr. Ortiz.
Right this way, sir.
Like, you know, right this way. Depending on what record comes out, they're like, oh, Obsidian Bear, right over this way. Oh, Big Ryan, oh, there you go, Mr. Big, Mr. Big.
Dude, if you ever get to a point where you just walk in and they're like, the Obsidian Bear has arrived. That's how you know.
I mean, like, I will say that, like, I have been to some bars and shit, and where like Pomona heads that used to go to shows would be like, oh shit, I remember seeing fucking, you know, Time for Change back in the day, or you know, or like Xibalba back in then, like, oh hey, first beer's on me.
Yeah,
It's fucking sick. I appreciate that. It's happened a couple of times, so feels good. Feels good to be a legend.
it's good to be a legend.
Nah, but yeah, that fool's a legend too. He's been doing a lot of cool shit, and so
Yeah.
he's been going to fucking backyard shows since he was a fucking kid too. So like he's been around, man. Shout out to Barrio Slam.
All right, and these next few are from the homie Take. Tyke. Welcome to the Tyke Show. No, I don't know why I always say Take. Feels right. What's your favorite guitar and pickups that you've ever used?
Bro, fucking, I'm a creature of habit. So, fucking, I've been using an ESP exclusively for fucking years. I bought my first ESP in probably about 20 years ago now. I want to say it was in 2000 and almost 20 years. About 2005. It was like one of my first like not my first paycheck, but it was a check that I had just got from working. I was like, I'm gonna go buy a guitar, and it was ESP. And I played other guitars like in passing, but never live unless I was borrowing someone's shit or whatever. But like,
Which model?
I don't know. The Vipers.
Vipers?
The Vipers,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Vipers. And then like the last 6 years I've been using ESP, the Viper baritones.
Sick.
So I don't have to do any like intonation or anything like that.
String tension feels
Yeah.
better.
And then I use EMGs.
Okay.
The 87s, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah, some shit like that. I'm not like a gearhead, so like when motherfuckers ask me like gear questions, I'm just like, oh yeah,
The guitar with the 2 points.
you know, yeah, I got a 6505. I put the mids at 4. I put the I know what I put it at, and like that's
that.
what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
I'm like, fuck, man. Like, yeah, I'm not a gear because I know what I like, and I just keep at it. You know, like I think one of our homies works for this company. I'm not gonna say who it is or what company, but he was like, "Hey, so and so works for this guitar company. He can definitely get you a sponsorship." And I'm like, "Nah,
All right.
thank you. I'm happy with my guitar.
Yeah.
And paying fucking the cost value for being endorsed. Like, nah, I don't need that shit, dude.
Yeah.
But he'll give you free shit. It's like, nah, I'm okay. I played those guitars. Not a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like what you like.
I'm like I said, I'm a creature of habit. There's a little bit of shit in there that's like I just don't want to break the cycle. Like, not that I fear change, but there's shit like that does some stuff doesn't need to be changed, and that's doesn't need to be changed about. So, but yeah, fucking ESP Vipers and fucking EMG pickups.
Nice.
Yeah, let's do that.
Favorite fight that you've ever been in?
Favorite fight that I've ever been in? Fucking A. One that comes to mind was I was in fucking favorite fight. That's fucking sick. Hell yeah. Was that the Tyke?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Shout out to you, Tyke. You got the good questions, dude. Fucking. So my favorite fight that I went into was at a bar. And I don't like to fight, like, but I'm not a bitch. I'll fucking fight, like, if like if I have to. But I was at a bar in Long Beach, and I was being a drunk fucking idiot, and I punched the fucking jukebox because they had like this Van Halen song that I like a lot, and I was just like, oh fuck yeah, and I punched the fucking jukebox, and it wasn't the first time I punched the jukebox. I want to preface that, but I punched the jukebox. This fucking security guard grabs me. He's like, "You got to get the fuck out of here! Like, I can't be having you do that shit." And I'm like, "Oh, hey, dog, I'm sorry. You know, like I'm not gonna do it again. I'll go stand over there. I'll get away from the jukebox." I was just happy because they had, you know, like mine and my homie's favorite song.
Yeah.
And it was like one of my homie's birthday. It was like, I think it was Nate's birthday. Yeah, because Nate was he'll come into the story, but so we were. So he's like, "Nah, you gotta get the fuck out of here." He's like, I already, you punched it twice, and so nah, you're done. And I'm like, come on, bro, like, and it was like 15 minutes before last call. Oh, okay. And I was like, come on. I was like, I'm not gonna do it no more. Like I'm good. Like my bad. I apologized. He's like, nah, and he fucking like grabbed me, and then like as soon as he put his hands on me, I'm like, hey, fool, you need to fucking, you know.
Was he bigger than you?
About probably the same height, but I mean, I had way more. I'm a fucking bear. I got the girth, baby. And so
Obsidian.
but we were about the same height. I'd say he probably had like a good inch on me, maybe, but not by much. And but I was drunk, so he could have easily won if he really wanted to. But the bear was let loose though. But so fucking this fool fucking he grabs me again and he's trying to like push me out, and I'm like I mean like I can overpower him, so I'm like I stop and I'm like, hey fool, take your fucking hands off me.
Stop it, dude.
And I was like, bro, I already apologized to you. I was like, you don't need to put your fucking hands on me. I was like, now I'm getting fucking upset. Like I'm flipping it. Like, all right, man. Like, nah, I'm not leaving. Like, I'm gonna go fucking finish my drink and then I'll leave.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, you get the fuck out of here. And then I was like, fool, put your hands on me one more time and you're gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
He fucking grabbed him. He grabbed my arm and I just start fucking socking him. And then I got him against the wall and I was just like punching him in the wall because I mean, you know, I'm bigger, so I just fucking overpowered him and pushed him into a wall and I just was cracking him. And then I don't remember too much other than I felt a bunch of taps on the sides of my head, and I guess it was other security guards.
You barely felt
punching because my adrenaline's going, so like they felt like taps to me. They felt like fucking taps to me, and you know they're punching me in the fucking head while I'm just I'm punching this dude, and then I think one of them got me good to where I actually like fucking stumbled and I fell, but I fell and then I smacked the side of my head on like a chair or some shit like that.
Oh shit!
So I was like really dazed, and I was looking up, and there was another security guard that was like a different one that came and started standing over me, and then one of my homies was it was Martin from Terror. He grabbed the guy and was like, hey, he's like, if you touch him, you're gonna get your fucking ass beat.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know what was going on, but I guess after there was like I think 3 or 4 guys punching me in the head, and I guess Nate came and like cleaned house somehow. And I don't know if this is accurate, but I remember because I was drunk too. I was fucked up, but when I got up, I just see like 4 security guards like kind of on the floor, just like dazed, and like the owner's like in my face, like, you get the fuck out of my fucking bar, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, like. But then I fucking like start talking shit to all of them, like, you motherfuckers, yeah, that's right, motherfucker, like, you guys fucked with the wrong one, like, you know. But
yeah,
I was like, fuck it. I was like, and then like I'm just like, you know, all amped after that, and I'm just like, fuck it. But then I was like, fuck, I didn't want to fucking fight that fool, man. Like, I didn't want to fucking fight.
I'm trying to listen to some Van Halen.
Yeah, I'm just trying to fucking riff. Fucking do like a fucking air guitar solo or some shit. Yeah,
I was soloing when you came in.
But yeah, so I mean, I felt bad after, but not too bad. I was still like, all right, I'm gonna go get a fucking 40 from Benson's, because it happened in Long Beach, and we used to go to this place called Benson's Liquor. And yeah, I got a 40 from there. Fucking
Get the party going.
kept the party going. Yeah. Yeah, that shit was fun.
Dude, even at that,
Shout out to Nate for fucking saving my life, though.
dude, even at the rain cross show that Xibalba played, I saw Nate, like, some fight broke out, and legit, Nate just ripped this guy out, and somebody else is trying to get it. And, fuck you, get the fuck back, fuck you, like holding.
Dude, that motherfucker's
like,
strong.
Dude, I was like, all right,
That was neat.
all right, yeah, yeah.
He
Dude,
was
that fool
dragging him.
fucking-
He
Dude,
wasn't
he
like, he was pushing him away.
pulled that dude through the entire crowd and fucking threw him out the door. I was like,
That's some
all
Nate
right,
shit.
there you
dude.
go.
Yeah.
That whole night, everybody was struggling to get through that crowd, and Nate just got through it like butter.
Fucking cut straight through that,
man.
holding somebody with one hand.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, he's got that fucking dummy strength.
Yeah. That unexplainable strength, you know what I mean?
Fucking A. But yeah, that's my favorite fight.
Sick.
Oh, yeah. And then, what's the favorite song you've ever written?
Fuck, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I don't know. That's a good question. Probably, I don't know. For Xibalba, No Serenity for sure. But I don't know. No Serenity. Fuck, I don't know, man. No Serenity, maybe. I think that's the first one that comes to mind, just because it's kind of got everything. And Paz and Descanse too is another one I kind of like. Yeah, I don't know. Those two come to mind. I think was my favorite. And then I don't even know. Tzompantli, I don't even know what. I think there's a song called El Tequi on the album that I had a lot of fun writing.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are probably my three favorite.
Sick.
Yeah. Good times.
It's hard to name. Like, what's
Yeah.
the favorite song I've ever written?
Yeah. One of my favorites too, that like I still love. We haven't played it in like 15 years. Is Never Kneel. That's like one of my favorites too. But I don't know. Yeah, I guess those are the ones that pop out in my head like when I think about it. But yeah, those ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those are good tracks. Go fucking check them out.
My allergies are fucking.
You want to jump into the mental health check?
Yeah, do a quick mental health check.
Are your eyes going to be open for this?
Yes.
Or-
they'll be-
He got fucking whatchamacallit, the possums on his mind
Yeah.
right now. He's like, I want to walk out that door and see no possums.
Dreaming about that raccoon falling out.
Oh. I don't know. I was thinking about all the raccoons falling out of trees and shit. Just
I didn't even mow the lawn today. Why?
makes me pause. I don't know.
It's
I have no
okay.
idea. I have no idea.
It is spring.
Is it allergies?
Yeah, my allergies were bad this morning too at work. So.
Allergies.
All right, mental health checks. We like to check in weekly, see where we're at mentally, if things are going well, what's going on, maybe what are we doing, and if things aren't going so great, maybe what's going on or what are we maybe neglecting to do that is keeping us in a funk. So, Brian, do you want to go first?
He's like,
He's like, what? Or Mike, you go first.
Yeah,
I'll go first. Overall, I've been pretty good lately. I kind of got to just chill this weekend, and didn't really have to, like, I didn't have any obligations, didn't have to be anywhere, so kind of just, I hung out with Martin a lot this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We had a really shitty lunch on Saturday.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, we had a redemption the day that you worked.
The day that I went, I also ended my night with great food too. So continue.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers. I'll go into work. I'm like going to work and they're hanging out, and they're like, "Hey, Mike, where should we go eat?" Like as I'm going into work, they're like, "Where should we go eat?" I'm like, "Fuck
Like,
you
what
guys."
sounds great? What sounds good to eat?
I was like, Wendy's is close by. Get fucking Wendy's, you losers.
The shittiest thing. Like, you're supposed to having a good time.
Yeah. We just had this like the food sucked, the service sucked, the place sucked, so we had to do a redemption the next day, and you just happened to be working. But
It's the worst. I hate when that shit happens.
yeah, and it was like we went to. I'm not gonna name the place because I don't want to promote.
Yeah.
But it was just like, it was like we thought it was a barbecue spot, and turns out it's like a southern experience curated by a so and so group, right? So it's oh, you already know this is bullshit.
Yeah.
And then
Sounds suspect to me.
yeah, and then it was like, dude, I like it's hard to fuck up a burger,
Yeah, it really is.
and I ordered like basically a barbecue bacon burger, medium, and that shit came out like super cooked, like the bun was burned, like one of those places that like they don't serve French fries with their burger. You have to upgrade for the French fries.
Fuck
That's
you,
the
dude.
worst.
Like fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
off.
and they bring you the your soda with a paper straw in it, and that type of shit. So
The paper straw?
paper straw.
No, dude.
Yeah, can't do it. So then
That's how you're gonna save the world. Paper straws.
and it was kind of funny because me and Martin got there and we're like, maybe the food's fire, right? Maybe the food's
Yeah.
good. And then like 15 minutes of us waiting, we're like, this place fucking sucks. Like the food's not good. And then like a half hour later, we're like, I'm never fucking coming back here, even if the food is dope. And they bring the food, we're like, this food is not dope. This sucks.
At least you know where not to go.
Yeah. And then we had that conversation like, why do we try new places? We know where all the fire places are around here. Why do we do that? We do this to ourselves. So, but yeah, it was like, so they serve pulled pork. And, normally you get like pulled pork and you can add some sauce or whatever.
Yeah.
This came in a cup with the sauce already in it. And like, if you like press down on the pulled pork, it was like soupy, like birria.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, and it just didn't taste.
That's not Southern shit.
Yeah, it didn't taste It didn't taste good. Yeah, so if you feel like getting barbecue at a place that I won't name, but that happens to be by the Tyler Mall, next to the ramen place, don't go there.
Fucking.
I'm happy. I'm happy because I've seen it and I'm like curious. I'm like,
Yeah, don't go.
I'll just stick to Yard House. It's easy.
Honestly, we would have had better food at Yard House.
Yeah, your Yard House.
Yeah,
They have some good shit.
It's fine.
it'll do.
Yeah.
But
Good
yeah,
appetizers. Good appetizers.
this weekend I just got to chill, so I've been good. Kinda
Oh yeah.
just hanging.
Fuck yeah.
Where are you at, Michael?
Yeah. Where you at?
Mentally, I feel like I'm doing pretty well. I feel like kind of started. I've been consistent with going to the gym, which has been helpful for me. I've been singing a lot, which is also that's like one of my best like stress relievers. And wedding planning is going. Let's go. This week. So my fiance, she was kind of, I don't know. She got her sisters to be part of the bridal
party or whatever.
Yeah.
Shower party. I don't know.
the party.
Yeah.
And yeah, and so I mean, like it's dude, like so for me picking like I've always. I've never thought of my wedding, like what I'm going to look like, what I'm going to wear, what's going to be playing. I never thought of that ever.
Never thought of like who your groomsmen would be or like.
No, but I've always thought like I'd have like a fucking army with me. I'd always thought like I'd have like a minimum of 10.
Yeah.
And so at first she's like, yeah, I'm thinking about having 4 bridesmaids. And I was like,
That ain't gonna cut it.
I'm like, I don't know, man. And so then there was 5, and then anyway,
Start recruiting your family to do.
I know. And so I've so then I had my friends, and then when she added her sisters, I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna bring Rick on. So I got to that was exciting.
Fucking Rick was like, you added into the group chat. He's like, glad to be the silver medalist.
Yeah. I was like, I just forgot your invite, dude. Forgot to put you in the group chat. My bad. No. But it's good. Today we went and like the place to look at it with my mom. My mom went with us and basically seeing how she could do damage to decorations and stuff.
Fuck
So yeah. But other than that, I mean, I feel like I've been good. Just some of the big stresses are you know, how fucking expensive the shit is, and then I don't know. I feel like I'm doing like enough things to kind of keep me in a good place, so I haven't like spiraled or anything. So
You know, like weddings aren't cheap. That's why you don't have to do them. I have to throw it in every episode.
I know.
It's true.
Just, don't.
It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be fucking sick.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We have
It'll
a
be a good time.
we have a taco truck coming.
Hell yeah.
So
Open bar.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is news.
you're
to
in
me.
you're in for a good.
You're in for a great night.
Probably I shouldn't have said that aloud.
Said the quiet things out loud.
When
Yeah.
the boys here open bar.
Dude,
real.
my parents are old school. Very like they don't drink. They don't even eat meat. They're like super conservative, very religious, and so having that conversation was like rough, dude. I'm like, I'm 40. I'm literally 40, and it was still like the disappointment in my parents. I'm like, I shouldn't be feeling this at this age.
Fuck.
Man.
Wait, it's my wedding day.
I was like, you've met my delinquent friends, right? Like,
I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about like entertaining your guests. So it's
Yeah.
like, if that's gonna do it, then
Hey, I mean, it will be
and
entertaining.
it's gonna be like fun too. We're gonna have all kinds of stuff like margaritas and then cool beers and stuff, and so it'll be
good stuff.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll be a good time.
No doubt.
Yeah, we got this.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I feel like I've been in a pretty good place.
Hell yeah.
So where are you at?
Mentally, I feel like I'm in a decent place. Like recently, like I mean, I mentioned earlier, but like I have like just like crazy social anxiety, especially like now that I'm like older and shit like that, where I don't give a fuck anymore. Like I don't cater to anybody anymore. I'm just like, nah, I don't want to play shows anymore because of my fucking I'm a head case.
Yeah.
But lately I've been pretty good. Just normal work stresses and shit like that, but nothing like luckily like my job's the kind of job where like once I clock out, I'm like,
You're done. Yeah.
I don't think about that shit until I go back into to work or whatever. But
That's awesome.
so like lately, like pretty good. Like I've been starting to get like the I haven't picked up my guitar in like maybe like 3 or 4 months. So I just started to kind of get the itch to start maybe writing again. So see how that goes. But I think like mentally, like same thing this weekend. I just chilled and watched movies all weekend. I didn't and hung out with my dog and my partner or whatever. So
What movies?
that helped out. I watched what did I watched this movie called Alone on Netflix. I feel like I don't even know what else did I watch. I watched something else too. It's like I don't even know. I watched so much fucking movies I forgot. But I was watching this series too called Resident Alien or some shit like that.
Dude, I've been watching that.
It's just kind of funny.
I've been watching that. I kind of like it.
Yeah, I fuck with that shit. And fuck, I was it last week? I went and saw Dune. I went to the movies, Dune Part 2, and I was like, fuck. So like a lot of my movie or I should say media consumption through the weekend was watching fucking like Dune takes and shit like that. And like
It's like it's so good.
yeah,
right.
It's,
Like
it's perfect. It's
this
like,
guy hasn't. You haven't
Still
seen
haven't
Dune. You haven't even
I've
seen
seen
Dune.
Dune. I just fell asleep a couple times.
Then you haven't seen Dune.
Yeah, this one's like it's. I mean, it's still a lot of like atmosphere, but it's a little bit more up than the first one.
Yeah.
but it's just such a good story.
Yeah.
Of like it's like paced very well, and it's just visually just fucking so sick.
The first one was such a slow build for me.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I love shit like that.
Yeah.
This one, I felt like there was like a lot of moments that were like I don't know how to explain it. Just like
Yeah.
awe moments, like, oh shit,
Yeah.
that's crazy. And then moments of being like, oh fuck yeah, like
Yup.
I don't know.
Yeah, man. I was just like, dude, like
I don't know how to explain it without like saying
all
what
weekend I've
orgasm.
just been saying fucking was that Lizan Al Gaib? I just because just like, oh here, look at my dog, Lizan Al Gaib, like just everything that's cool. I just been calling him that shit. But yeah, like just but yeah, after the weekend, man, I like it, you know, I didn't really like, my stress is always at bay, but yeah, the anxiety kind of wasn't there, and like I've been kind of incorporating a lot of CBD lately. Not like a lot. I'll take like a puff or two before I start work. A puff at lunch, and then that's it until the next day.
Yeah.
And then I took a puff before I came here, and then a little while ago. But that's about it, though, man. Just like I think it's helping out a lot, especially because like, man, like I ain't kidding, man. When I get into a mood, man, I withdraw from everything. I just don't want to fucking like.
Yeah. It's kind of disappear for a while.
Yeah. It's kind of like, kind of. I mean, from an outsider's perspective, like maybe like my family and like my homies, it probably could be scary, because it's just like, man, does this motherfucker kill himself? And it's like I mean, no,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. But I thought about it, but no, I'm not gonna. I'm good, you know. So like lately I've been kind of in a good, like, kind of a good place mentally. So, and then like the music thing kind of helps a lot. So I'm pretty stoked to kind of start to get inspired again, and
Yeah.
and all that shit, man. I'm like excited.
And when you start to feel like you're hitting those like lows where you just kind of want to retreat, what do you usually do to pull yourself out of it, or do you kind of feel it for a little bit? And
I mean,
just...
you know, it's kind of like I try to do things that make me happy. So like I'll listen to a lot of music and play not play instruments, but what I'll do is well, I mean, kind of play instruments. I'll do like I'll program just drums and stuff like that, and like, because I'm like constantly always I would say I hear more drums in my head than I do guitar, and that kind of helps me write guitar. Because I started playing drums way before I started playing guitar.
Oh, cool.
So like I'll hear drums, and like I'll program drums sometimes, just like a lick here and there, and then I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool, and kind of keeps. I mean, a lot of drums don't end up getting used, but it just kind of keeps me in check, you know.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, like listening to music and watching movies is just kind of like my thing. Like it just kind of helps kind of keep me sane, you know.
Yeah.
Art in general, I would say, like, you know, reading or just looking at cool pictures and shit, like, just kind of helps me a lot. And fucking, but lately, good. I've been pretty good. Can't really complain about my mental state as of late. Pretty good.
Nice.
I just have this image of you like retreating into the cave and then coming out like full makeup, full everything. All right, let's do this.
I mean, yeah,
I'm back, baby.
I can, yeah. Here I go.
City Spare.
That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like lately. I feel like I reemerged, and I'm like, I'm ready to fucking
come out.
Yep,
Come out full
give me
makeup
that
and then
guitar.
punch a jukebox and then
That's fucking go time.
fucking Van Halen on and call it a day.
You know, I had straight up fucking like guitar problems, because like I hadn't played in a while. So like I start playing and I'm like, fuck, I ran out of lube. So and I didn't want. I was like, the strings are still relatively new, so I was just like, fuck, man. So like I started playing a little bit, but I was just like, fuck, I'm really particular. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go get some lube and fucking, I'm gonna order some or buy some, whatever, and fuck it. So I ordered some, but I'm just waiting for it to get here. But I was just like, fuck. But luckily, like when I told you about programming the drums, I programmed some drums, and then like what we talked about earlier, did the little, you know,
Voice over it.
you know, the fucking judge shit, just fucking. That's kind of like my riffing right now.
Sick.
But yeah, man.
Oh yeah. Well, do you want to add music to the list?
Yeah, let's do it.
So we have a Walking Blind playlist, and so we like to have like have you put like your a song that you want to add from your projects on the playlist.
Okay. Yeah.
And then after that add any song that you want to add.
Okay.
It can be any genre, anything.
Should I do one from each band or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
For Xibalba, hold on. For Xibalba, sometimes I forget the names of the songs.
All right.
I feel that.
Not No Serenity, because everybody knows No Serenity. Let's do a deep cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like people listen to the new album too. So let's do a deep cut from Años. Let's see. Let's keep it tribal. I'm gonna do. There's a song called Saka. On Años en Infierno. That one's a good one to add.
Sick.
And then for Tzompantli, let's just keep the tribal shit going. There's a song called El Tequi. That was really fun to write. That's probably one of my, I don't know. That song was just really fun to write and then record. Like, it's probably one of the funnest songs I ever tracked and recorded and stuff. It was just fun, just layering everything. That was really fun. And yeah, those two songs. Yeah.
Sick. And then what's a song that just you've been jamming? Like any
Lately?
genre, anything that you've just been jamming lately?
There's this band that I discovered about a month ago called Ancient Moon. It's like a black metal band. I've been jamming that. Like, I've been like religiously listening to that like at least once a day. It's like one song that's like fucking 20. Yeah, it's just like 20 minutes long. It's
Really?
fucking, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dude, yeah.
But yeah.
Did
Look, I gotta go with that because I can't think of anything. I'm sure there is like other shit, but
their single, they have a single called Vulture,
yeah,
and it's spelled all with V's.
with V's.
I love this band already. I haven't even listened yet.
Just like really like fucking, yeah, just like kind of like atmospheric black metal. It's got like some like kind of like fucking Sarkin fucking throat singing in there too. Like, it's pretty sick.
Sick. Hell yeah.
If they have the Sarkinen from Dune, if they have the fucking throat singing track, fucking put that on there too. Cause when I do that, that's like what the man. Sometimes I'll fucking watch Dune just to come across that short fucking scene where it's them, like the guy doing that.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're fucking like they're doing the blood ritual with all the soldiers. I'm just like, fuck that. That shit looks so sick.
Sick.
I'm like, fuck with that shit. I'm just gonna fucking record that shit and just loop it for like an hour. Fuck yeah.
Mike, what do you want to add to the playlist?
So I got, dude. So I've been asking this question to everybody. I guess I'll ask you guys too. If you had an opportunity to bring back a movie from your childhood to theaters, and they got to like digitally remaster it, fix the sound on it, what movie would you guys pick?
Fuck, that's a good fucking question.
Surf Ninjas.
Nice.
Fuck. That's a good fucking question. Man, I don't like. I don't know why I'm thinking about Meteor Man, but fucking, there's such a deep cut. But I don't even know, man. Like, I think it would have to be something like the movie that sticks out the most, where I was in pure awe, was Jurassic Park. I saw that shit on like opening weekend because it was like it came out on the last day of school when I was in, I think, second or third grade or some shit like that. And I think like seeing that in theaters now, like with just like the sounds and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit would be badass. Yeah, I'll do that.
Dude, and that movie still holds up.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still
Watch
great.
that,
Even
like,
the CGI is still pretty fucking cool. Like,
Yeah.
I say that because, dude, I used to fucking religiously watch this movie called Rad. It's like a BMX movie from like
oh,
the
fuck,
80s.
I remember that movie.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, I used to rent it. Like every weekend, I would rent it. I don't know why my parents never fucking bought it for me, but like I'd rent it all the time, watched it. Like I fucking love the movie, love the soundtrack, and then just randomly one of our buddies was like, "Hey, Rat's coming to the theaters," and it's like digitally remastered and all that stuff.
That's fucking sick.
So, dude, I went, man. Oh, like nostalgia boner, like
Yeah.
just like getting like emotional, and I probably shouldn't because it's such a bad movie, but I was just like,
Yeah.
there's that BMX dance scene and shit. I was like,
It's not a great movie if you really
no,
look at it.
it's not.
It's got an awesome soundtrack.
But it was so fucking rad, and it was yeah. And so I wasn't even trying to do that.
No pun intended.
Yeah, but it was cool because like even before the movie started, they had like trivia, and like we got our seats, and I had to go run to the bathroom real quick, but I was sitting there answering the questions. Dude, I got every fucking question right, dude. Every question right. And so the movie ends, and we're like, we're sitting there, it's just like taking it all in, what we just witnessed, and then the screen pops up, and it's like a Zoom call, and it has like the two stars, the movie. It had Ed Helms, and then the son of the person who directed the movie, and I guess Ed Helms was like this huge BMXer like growing up, and he like that was his movie, like, and he was obsessed with it, and he knew all the stunt riders, he knew all the BMX guys and stuff. Anyway, it was
an actual Zoom call or just a recording of a Zoom call?
no, it was a recording. Okay. Yeah, so they edited and stuff. And
Yeah.
anyway,
So sick.
it was so dude, it was so fucking sick.
Yeah.
I loved it so much. So all that to say, because we already have Break the Ice.
We do. Already have Break the Ice on there.
So I'm gonna add the other song, which is the song during like the race scenes, dude. The race scenes, they still hold up, dude. And with that fucking song, the song is called "Thunder in Your Heart."
Yeah.
Thunder in
And
Your Heart's really good.
I've been trying to get MBR to cover that song for fucking years, dude. And we still,
That's fucking hard.
John Farnham, man.
John Farnham, dude.
You know what's another one that, or there's a few, but I feel like I saw Terminator 2 when they did one of those like re-release into theaters, and with the crazy sound and shit. That shit was badass. I feel like True Lies would be fucking sick because it's like a mix of over the top action and comedy and like, man, but like but done the James Cameron way, so it's sick. Like, yeah, that or Snakes on a Plane. Bro, Snakes on the Plane, man. Fucking yeah. Just have everyone fucking loaded up watching fucking Snakes on a Plane. That would be fucking fun.
I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes
On this motherfucking plane. That's like the most self-aware movie I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It knew exactly what it was. It knew exactly what it was aiming for, and it fucking executed. It was great.
So well.
It's the best. It's the fucking best.
Samuel Jackson holds the record.
Yeah.
For how many motherfuckers he said on that?
I feel like every Arnold Schwarzenegger movie should be digitally remastered
Yeah.
and brought back to theaters.
I agree. I agree. It's fucking.
I bet that is happening like in Austria. I bet like there is like that is like a thing.
Yeah.
That is a fucking thing out there.
We watched Hercules so many times.
Let's watch fucking Commando in fucking theater.
Oh, dude.
Conan, yeah, Conan.
Oh, Conan would be sick too because it's so epic and shit.
The fucking sword scene with the fire.
Yeah. When he punches that horse when he's all drunk. the whole fucking theater rumbles when they punch it.
Yeah. Fuck.
Hell yeah, that'd be sick. Man, there's so many fucking movies that I'm like, they need to bring this back. They need to bring that back now. Fuck yeah.
Apocalypto.
Yeah, I saw Apocalypto in theaters too, and it was fucking.
Apocalypto was wild.
Yeah.
That movie.
I will say it's fucking wildly inaccurate, but it's still a sick ass movie though.
Yeah.
Still a sick ass movie. The movie's great.
There's a rumor that they're gonna make a part 2.
I hope so. I'll watch that shit.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
Fucking Mel Gibson, man. Aren't they trying to do like Passion of the Christ too?
Yeah.
Easter, the resurrection.
They put bunnies in there.
Passion of the Christ reborn.
Revenge.
I just picture fucking like Last Action Hero fucking like it's like you know, like a disciple come, you killed my father. Fucking big mistake. Fucking big mistake, motherfucker.
Dude, Last Action Hero was sick too.
Fuck yeah, I saw that in theater when I
saw
was a
that
kid
in
too.
theaters.
It was great. Hey Claudius, you killed my father. Big mistake. Hamlet's taking no names. Fucking A, dude.
All right, I'm gonna add the new Kubla Khan jam on here. Low tech, heavy.
Sick.
Cool. Saw somebody call it caveman metal, and I was like, yeah, fits. Fucking
Yeah.
sick.
I saw them. I think last year. Saw them with Undeath and. Oh fuck! I forgot who was on that tour. But yeah, the good live band.
Yeah.
Really fun to watch.
I was trying to explain to somebody else, like, it feels like Kubla Khan is the only band that can pull off such simplicity in their music.
Yeah.
Like, even like if you're listening to Low Tech, it's like we're not doing anything, it's just straight chugs
Yeah.
the whole time, but it's all about like the delivery and the
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that shit. It just fucking hits so hard, you know?
Yeah, simplicity is the key sometimes, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking, and yeah, like you said, how it's executed is another thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything just kind of falls into place, and like people fucking get hooked in, you know.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Never thought I'd find so many ways to do this one chug.
Yeah,
But we did.
the possibilities are endless.
Well, shit, you want to plug any social medias or anything like that before we get out here?
I mean, yeah. There's fuck, I don't know. Tzompantli Doom. I'm sure you can just Google search that shit. But yeah, at Tzompantli Doom, and then at Xibalba CA. Those are our handles on both Twitter and Instagram. And then my at is at God of Emptiness with an extra S. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Sick.
Shout out to everybody that listens, I guess. Yeah, that'd be cool. Anyone that
Well,
takes the time.
We'll clip some of the conversation that we had before we even did the intro, because we had some little good talks.
Yeah, that was a whole podcast in itself.
Yeah.
Were you recording the whole time? Oh, shit.
I think most of it,
I,
yeah.
to the point where like I recognized you. That.
Oh, okay.
We usually just let it roll. So,
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, no, part of me was like, I think they're recording. But I was like, maybe they're not. But I'm like, yeah.
We'll get rid of all the audacious
Conversation.
things
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
we said.
It's conversation. It's a conversation. Who gives a fuck,
Yeah.
you know?
Get rid of how we really feel about paintings.
No. Like I say. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, 4 of us.
Oh, man. Well, for us at Walking Blind Pod everywhere, walkingblindpod@gmail.com if you want to hit that email address.
Yeah.
And
Follow, like, and subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
We still have our GoFundMe up for our Feels on Wheels,
yeah.
which we got. Actually, I mean, we'll announce a little bit of the pivot later, but
Oh, yeah. We got to talk more about that.
yeah. But like we like to say, exciting things coming.
Exciting things coming. You guys will hear about it in the next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Dude,
Dude,
thank you
yeah,
for coming,
It
man.
was cool, man. Like, I had a good
fun.
time.
Oh,
Yeah.
people learned today.
Yeah, man. It's cool, man. It got me out of my fucking shell for a little bit, and
Yeah.
now I'm gonna go back.
Well, on that note,
The Bears going to
Love you
hibernate.
guys.
Hibernation.
Peace. Peace.